You back to eNCA's Ronald Masinda, who is out in Durban. Ronald, what do you have at this moment?
Well, more looting to us, and this as authorities here in KwaZulu-Natal are still trying to monitor the situation in and around the Queen Nanda area. As you can see on the right, people are still looting, mind you, and we are seeing on the background the community safety MEC who I just spoke to, trying to also reprimand quite a number of people who are looting in front of her. And this has been the cause for concern, people saying that authorities don't really care about what's going on. We're just going to quickly walk towards the direction, to us, of one of the warehouses that were ransacked during the looting. Many people coming from those warehouses. That gentleman over there towards our left is carrying some paint, which we can only assume at this stage comes from one of the warehouses, and many others carrying bicycles, even youngsters also part of the looting. Many people are still walking towards towards our direction, coming from those warehouses. A while ago we also heard several shots. In the background we are seeing a bikie carrying quite a number of goods. So the looting still continues. People are still walking towards and from the area where they looted. We're seeing private security, and this has been one of the issues, a lack of police or security visibility. But today we are seeing quite a bit of private security. Yeah, gentleman from Track Africa, if maybe you can speak to quickly to one of you, Mike, perhaps just tell us what the situation is where people have been looting.
So basically every shop here except for Ram. Oh, sorry. How's it, guys? Yeah, basically every storefront here except for Ram has been raided. Ram, by the looks of it, was the only company that had the foresight to get armed guards. So yeah, basically every single shop has been looted. Mustech last night and the Value Mart. There's big explosions coming from there last night. And yeah, it's just utter chaos. You know, we don't have any police backup. The military backup that came last night was one vehicle, 8 guys. You know, it wasn't much help.
Very interestingly though, before I let you go, you guys were telling us that you're coming from Johannesburg. Is this because of the issue of a lack of security?
Yes, so One Track falls under, we're affiliated with a, how can I say, an organization called the E2 Project, Businesses Against Crime. So we noticed that Durban had an extreme shortfall with SAPs and security personnel, so One Track has dispatched multiple teams all over the nation to help with the protest action.
All right, thank you very much indeed. We'll have to leave it there. Tulas, we're just going to quickly make our way towards the direction of the factory shops. But what we also can report this hour, Tulas, is that 2 dead bodies have been found near where we were earlier on in Queen Nandi Drive. One is starting to be badly decomposed. I mean, this is a body that we ourselves have seen over the past 3 days or so. And there's no knowing as to why that body has not been taken away from underneath the bridge. But what we are seeing is more looting in the background. I mean, this gentleman here has taken quite a number of goods. Okay, he doesn't want to speak to us, but we are seeing security trying to control and monitor the situation. If you're still with us, Tulas, we're going to continue walking towards where a lot of people are now running away. We are seeing a truck that has been left here. And what we're also seeing in a number of areas near Queen Nandi Drive are also truck satellite. Last night we saw a building, an office park, also satellite. So it speaks to also a lot of the damages that this city and province will endure following the aftermath of the looting and the violent protests that have taken place here for several days now.
Ronald, just recap for us. I think I heard you say that you have personally observed 2 dead bodies in that vicinity.
Yeah, so the one dead body has been lying underneath the bridge, Queen Nandi Drive, for past two or three days. But the other body that we heard about a short while ago was that it was a person who has been inside a factory store near where we are, and the circumstances behind the death is unknown at this stage. But what you are even seeing in the background are people with bicycles, and a lot of them have been part of the looting that has taken place here for several days. Many of them trying to hide away. Some of them have been camera shy, but others have not been camera shy, Tulas. Some of them have been happy to speak to the media. Let's maybe try and find out, Baba. Sondela good. Uzothini la uzolut.
Ngingathini mfethu kusamnandi kwesikhashana kodwa sisazohlupheka la eMzansi bafethu kodwa akayikho into esoyenza nathi sibone bethatha nathi siyathatha ngoba uma ungathathi uzolamba mfethu so ayikho into engenziwa bafethu
Mari crime nduna ya.
yeah
niyona awufuna ubanjwe uyoyika ubanjwe awuyika ubanjwe. All right, several people are saying that they are doing what they are doing to us because of what they have been saying all along, the hunger issue. Some of them are unemployed at this stage, and we just heard in the background one saying Mabatetele Uzuma, shortly meaning in Zulu that they need to release former President Jacob Zuma. So many of them here basically for different causes, but you know, the looting continues. Even on the background here on the left, there's quite a number of people dragging items, and even everywhere, as you can see, trucks and vehicles scattered all over the place. We're also hearing reports of car hijackings, cars that have been hijacked, that have been left here on Queen Nandi Drive. We're going to try and walk up, if you're still with us, Tulas, and try and get as close to the factories as possible. As we see, we're walking towards the direction where a number of people who are looting are walking towards. Babu ngadlula baba. Uphetheni lapha masibhek. Uphetheni ibag.
yeah
Okay. Ithola lapha bag. Okay, he's too shy to speak to us. That gentleman with a bag there, a designer bag, what it appears. But it is quite a steep hill to us, so we're just worried that we might fall here. But just to give the viewers a sense of what is going on, this is where many people are walking towards. They're still looting. On my far right, hundreds if not thousands of people are still within this area, and then many of them, of course, part of the looting. Even the trucks that have been left behind are trucks that have been vandalized by many people who we've been seeing over the past few days. So the situation here really remains very, very, you know, we've seen ugly scenes. On the far background, buildings are still satellite. There's a lot of smoke on the far background. And, you know, it's really ugly scenes to us, which is very hard to explain at this stage.
Those scenes are not really looking good along the Queen Nandi Drive. From what you can see, Ronald, there's no presence from what we can see of any law enforcement personnel. We saw earlier some security guards, but there's just a few of them on the ground there trying to control the situation. But at this stage, it looks like complete mayhem.
Yes, at this stage, complete mayhem. But what we are also trying to establish is when will we see the SANDF deployed here? Because, I mean, this is a conversation that Premier Sihle Zikalala we try to have as to why have we not seen more police or SANDF redeployment in such an area which has been really hard hit. I mean, look at the amount of filth and dirt that has been caused by people littering on this road. I mean, we've seen also videos of people on social media saying that millions of rands
I don't purport to speak on his behalf, but I can tell you that, the former president, indeed, they are using the former president as an excuse. Yes, what is happening in South Africa started off as a genuine concern by former President Jacob Zuma's supporters calling for him to be freed. But some criminal elements have hijacked this now. They are
Lost. Apologies. Good afternoon. We seem to have lost that connection a little bit earlier there to Ronald Masinda along the Queen Nandi Drive in Durban. Still no presence, no boots on the ground that we can see, as we've been bringing those live visuals to you of the SANDF members that are supposedly on the ground. They've been deployed in parts of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, but there at this stage, alongside the Queen Nandi Drive, that stretch of the road where Ronald Masinda was reporting live to now, we are still not seeing the presence of the boots of the army on the ground, as promised by the President of the Republic, Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, a little bit earlier this week, and still no police there. A few members of the security guards trying their best to manage that mayhem that's currently going on there along the Queen Nandi Drive. Ronald Masinda, with the cameraman on the ground, will get back to them as soon as we're able to re-establish connection. But